Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Kingsman basketball on the Pennant. It's a night for a doubleheader. Two games here, Penn and New Prairie. The boys' game ready to tip off here shortly. We're about 5 to 7 minutes away from tip-off here from the Palace at Al Rhodes Kingsman Court. I'm James Mason alongside Ian Mays, Simon Berry. Glad you could join us tonight. It is an NIC clash between the number 16 Penn Kingsmen and the unranked New Prairie Cougars. Well, after digging out some snow, each team has found their way to the gym, and they're ready to do some battle tonight. Ian, take us through what you expect from tonight here from New Prairie.
New Prairie, it's a new year, new them, James. The last two games, they've shot above 45% from beyond the arc, so you definitely got to look out for their three-point game there. So it's going to be a strong factor for them to try to stay in this game. And you also got to look out for Hunter Clark, 6'7". He's going to be tall in the post. He's going to work the paint a little. But Price and Clark, it's going to be a good matchup to look out for, James.
All right, and then, of course, on the Penn side, Simon, you're a freshman basketball player. You're around these guys a lot. So what do you see from this team? How are they going to be coming into this one looking to stop the Cougars here from pulling the upset?
I'm really excited here. I think Penn's going to come out with a really strong inside game here from what I've seen from them for the past week here. That's really what they've been focusing on. Christian Bonner has been dominating the paint as of late on the defensive and offensive end. So look out for Christian Bonner today. Also, Caleb Coleman, always going to be great. We're going to see how he shoots from the outside. He does have somewhat of a casualty in his thumb, and we'll see how that affects them. But I'm ready for him.
Yeah, he's got that slight thumb injury. He was wearing a small little thumb brace in warm-up, so hopefully he is able to shoot the ball like he normally does. He's coming off of a nice performance, a nice weekend. He had 22 points in game one this weekend, 21 the next game, so obviously just keeping that scoring streak going. I think he's close to averaging around 21 points per game. We don't have full total numbers for the season right now, but if I had to guess, he is right around that 20-point mark in points per game as the Kingsmen come out of the locker room here, taking the floor. Not a huge crowd tonight at the Palace, but this game got rescheduled around a little bit, so maybe there will be a better crowd for the girls' game as well. That is at 7:45. Each team has taken the floor now. JV games going on in the Aux Gym currently. If we get any updates on those, we'll let you know. We're about 2.5 minutes away from the starting lineup introductions, the national anthem, all of that. And should be overall a nice night for some basketball. Penn looking to continue their hot streaks in both guys and girls. The boys team brings in just a 2-loss record. They're ranked 16th in the state. This is a lot better spot than they were last year at this time, just after the holiday tournament. They had 5 losses on the year. This year they've only got 2, and really they put up a fantastic fight with the number 2 team in the state, Crown Point, and then dropped one to Hamilton Southeastern, which was an unfortunate loss. But you get those games like that, other team shoots well, you're not playing your best. It was the day after Christmas. Minute and a half away from those introductions here. Head coach today for New Prairie, Drew Lutz. If that name sounds familiar, then you are right. That is former Penn point guard and shooting guard. He played wing as well a little bit, but mainly point guard in his senior season. Averaged around 18 points a game, 7 assists per game. Led that team to the Final Four. That was quite the run. Ryan Lutz's brother, also a Penn grad, at the assistant coach, and Bo Ludwig. An interesting story, though, on Drew Lutz, the head coach. After Penn, he went to Incarnate Word for 2 years, 2 seasons. He averaged around 11 points per game in 2 seasons. Transferred to Bethel here in the NAIA. He was a 2-time All-American in 2 seasons there. Averaged over 20 points per game, scored over 1,000 points. And Bo Ludwig as well was also an NAIA star. He was playing at Indiana Wesleyan. He had over 1,000 points, and he just got better and better each and every year. All righty, we're going to let you listen into the arena here shortly. Team's about to do their starting introductions here, and now it's time for the great Dwayne Lewandowski, his opening lineups here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Palace, home of the Penn Kingsmen, for tonight's varsity contest, featuring the visiting Cougars from New Prairie High School against your Penn Kingsmen. As a member of the Northern Indiana Conference and School Principal, Mr. Justin Einhold, Director of Athletics, Mr. Mark McBride, and Head Coach, Mr. Drew Lutz, and the Cougars to tonight's contest. Ladies and gentlemen, this week is IHSAA and NFHS Winter Sports Officials Appreciation Week. We thank our officials across the state of Indiana for their dedication to education-based athletics and for their commitment to our student athletes and the game. Now, we ask that you all please rise, remove your hats, and face the flags as we take this opportunity to remember the men and women of the United States Armed Forces fighting for our freedom and safety. Their courage and efforts are very much appreciated, and we hope for a safe and quick return for all of our military forces. We honor all who have served, and ask now for a moment of silence for the brave soldiers who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. Thank you. Now, please remain standing as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem, sung this evening by Penn Girls Assistant Basketball Coach Hassan Abdullah. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the starting lineups for tonight's contest. First, introducing the visiting team on the scoreboard, the New Prairie Cougars. Starting tonight at one guard, the 6'3" senior, number 0, Dylan Bishop. And another guard, a 5'8" junior, number 3, Jagger Daniels. And another guard, a 5'10" senior, number 4, Dalton Clark. At forward, a 6'7" senior, number 10, Hunter Nelson. And at the other forward, a 6'2" freshman, number 23, Miles McSturley. The head coach of New Prairie Cougars in his first season, Drew Lutz. Starting this evening at 1 point guard, 5'9" senior, number 1, Penn Murphy. And the other point guard, a 6'5" sophomore, number 4, Caleb Coolman. And one wing, a 6'5" senior, number 22, Lucas Obermeyer. In the post, a 6'1" senior, number 30, Christian Bonner. And the other post, the 6'8" junior, number 33, Mikhail Price. Head coach of your Pennant Kingsmen. In his third season, Mr. Barrett Coolman. Your officials for tonight's varsity contest are Mr. David Graham from Crown Point, Mr. Kyle Madden from Chesterton, and Mr. Samuel Michael from Highland.
All right, we're ready to go. It's tip-off time here in game 1 of tonight's doubleheader. New Prairie and Penn, the boys, match up here to kick off the night. Mikhail Price up for the tip for the Kingsmen. He goes up against Hunter Nelson. And New Prairie wins the tip. We're underway. It's going to be Jagger Daniels carrying the ball for the Cougars. He's defended by Ben Murphy here. New Prairie working on the outside. Get a little handoff here. That's Dalton Clark. He gives it to the big man, Hunter Nelson.
And this is where we see the Kingsmen lock left-oriented defense. So if you've watched any of these games the past couple of weeks and throughout the season, we have been forcing everything left.
Miles McSurley was fouled on that one. He's shooting 2. His first one will rim out. New Prairie, it's been a year for them. It's not been their best year, not been their worst so far. They've, as Ian said in the pregame, they're 2-0 in the new year 2026. They lead 1-0 here. Just under 30 seconds into this one, Ben Murphy gets it inside to Bonner. Not a Price. He juggled it around. He got it knocked out of his hands. That's out of bounds off of Price. New Prairie forces a turnover. This is where you see New Prairie's defense. That's been the star of their show this year. When they've won their games, it's been because of defense. Drew Lutz, he knows from Al Rhodes how important defense is. And when you're learning from Al Rhodes and he's got a court named after him, you know you're learning from a pretty good guy. 3 ball was no good. It's an offensive board, and then it's knocked away by as Miles McSurley was trying to move inside. Caleb Kuhlman's got it. Drives in, kick out, Obermeyer for 3. Too strong.
Yeah, what's going to be interesting, James, we've seen the last week, Price has had a significant advantage of height in the post in these last couple of games. But now you have a guy that's about around the same height in this post for Price and Hunter Clark at 6'7". So it's going to be interesting how maybe Penn goes away from maybe the post play as much as now that there's a little bit of a counter to it.
It's good to see, Hunter Nelson, he is tall, but he's not as big as Dikembe Shaw was, who Bonner handled pretty well. Bonner's been able to take on guys that are a little bit taller than him. He's more of the strength guy down low. Price kind of just the tall guy there for those rebounds and blocks. Nice bounce pass inside, and New Prairie will take a 3-0 lead. Hunter Nelson on the backdoor cut. Kuhlman looking to tie it. It's no good off the iron, and foul on Penn. Lucas Obermeyer over the back there.
Overall, Penn does have a height advantage on New Prairie. It's going to be interesting how they can exploit some of these matchups here, even though there is some strength issues.
New Prairie has worked the ball around well. It's an open 3, and it is good from Jagger Daniels.
James, let me tell you, when I was watching a little bit of tape earlier today, Jagger Daniels' jump shot is pure. He's a great shooter from beyond the arc. Maybe, probably in the talks, are probably their best player on this New Prairie team, and now they're going out a little bit of zone.
Bonner with the left, he'll get the lay. Now 6-2 with 5:45 to go in the first quarter here. First basket of the day for the Kingsmen. It's 6-2 as Christian Bonner lays it in with the left.
That low center of gravity for Christian Bonner is just so explosive. He's so good at hitting a nice step down and just getting it right inside.
There's a jump ball. It's going to be Penn's basketball as they lost the opening tip. They get the first jump ball, and that's a turnover. Penn will have it now. Ben Murphy. He's had some nights this year. He scored 16 against Elkhart. Bonner up with the left again, and he's got 4 points, all 4 for the Kingsmen.
Yeah, you can see him. They're still going to his zone, but Bonner's just cutting in that middle, that little open spot. And then, like Simon has said, he has a lot of strength to him, so he can just put a shoulder into you and just drive, get a nice layup. And now Penn's kind of moving. Good defense by the Kingsmen, and they create another turnover. Here's Caleb Kuhlman trying to work quickly, going right to the basket, up and rimming. It would go.
Possibly a basket violation there, I think.
It looked like he touched the net. That's usually a goaltending. I guess they will not call that. It's, they usually do. Now New Prairie looking to work the offense here, and another steal. Kuhlman gonna go up and lay it in, and this game's tied at 6.
That there is that lock left defense I was talking about. We will deny the right pass, which is clearly gonna have New Prairie some issues if they decide to pick up the ball right there at half court.
You can see it right there. He tried to spin off Murphy, nearly got it stolen again. Dalton Clark hands it off. Now back at the top of the key, it's Hunter Nelson. Jagger Daniels to Clark. Obermeyer forcing him to the left. Jagger Daniels gonna try and drive and pull up from the baseline, and just missed. Ben Murphy on the board. 4 minutes to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, James, I know we talk about Ben Murphy every game, how he's getting a little bit more on that offensive consistency, that offensive firepower is.
Price tried to go up. Good straight up defense there from Hunter Nelson, denying Price from the basket there. It remains 6-6. Murphy with another steal. Kuhlman's got it. Drives in, up with the left, and it's good. Timeout, New Prairie. 8-6 our score. We're going to step aside for this timeout. 8-6. Penn leads. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. Kingsmen basketball on the Pennant, presented by Ashley Renee's Prom Dresswear. And welcome back, Kingsmen basketball on the Pennant. Glad you could join us here. 3:34 to go in the first quarter. 8-6 our score. Penn leading the New Prairie Cougars. Number 16 Penn get to keep the winning going here after a nice weekend. They're already 1-0 in NIC play. They beat Elkhart last Friday. Michael Burton checked into the game. He's defending the ball here. And another steal for the Kingsmen. Here comes Burton. A pass into the lane. Murphy goes up, gets fouled. Won't get the basket, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. And he's just above a 90% free throw shooter. So 2 free throws coming here for Ben Murphy, looking to make it 10-6.
Yeah, Ben Murphy's done a great job of just improving overall. I mean, what's got Penn back over that 6-0 run that New Prairie had to start off the game was his defense. I mean, he's just pressurizing everyone right now. And Burton's doing a great job. He's just able to get his hands, and they don't expect it. So the ball is just coming out, and he's just exploding the speed.
And Murphy missed his first one. That's a rare miss for him. Second one is good. 9-6, Penn leads. 3:12 to go in the first quarter. Here come the Cougars across half court. Miles McSorley had it stolen. Burton goes in, and he is contacted there.
And if Penn can turn this game into a track meet, Caleb Kuhlman, Michael Burton, Christian Bonner, they're all going to benefit immensely from it. There's some quick guys on this Penn team, and if they can turn this into a track meet, the score is going to run up really quickly.
That's what Penn in the past, they'd never really played too fast under Al Rhodes. Murphy, an open 3, and it's short. Rebound here from New Prairie. But yeah, Penn, it seemed like a lot of years they would have a speed advantage on teams and they wouldn't use it. Now Coach Kuhlman has said, we're going to use it. Steal again by Murphy. Ahead to Burton. He'll lay it in and make it 11-6.
And you see this pressure is staying on New Prairie. This is what Penn wants. They want to make New Prairie uncomfortable. They're going to stay in this defense all night long. I can almost assure you that.
Michael Burton going to get charged with a foul there. Again, tried to reach in there. They've gotten a lot of steals like that, but it's inevitable. You're going to get a couple fouls doing that. 11-6 our score, 2:33 to go in the first quarter. It's Dalton Clark with the ball. Had it knocked away. He's got it back. Dishes it on. Here is Evan Chelmanak. Jagger Daniels. He's hit a 3 so far. Now he's going to turn it over. Maybe he'll jump back on it, but he traveled picking that ball up. So another turnover. New Prairie. That's got to be their 5th or 6th turnover here. They have not gotten a shot in quite some time.
Just being a little bit careless with the ball. I mean, we're putting good pressure, don't get me wrong, but there's some arrogant passes here and there. There's some just pressure they're not being able to handle, and Burton and Murphy are just taking advantage of that. We've got a lot of steals.
Coolman for 3. It's good from the corner. Caleb Coolman up to 5 points on the night. 14-6 Penn leads with 1:50 to go in this first quarter. New Prairie looking to get a shot off on this possession. They haven't gotten one in the last couple. Dylan Bishop passing it on. Find its way over to Daniels. Clark moves it around. Into the corner, Jagger Daniels. He hit one from the other side in the corner. That one will not go. Now Coolman looking to push it. Pass into the lane for Evans. It was broken up by Daniels. Out of bounds. It will remain with the Kingsmen with 1:19 to go in this first quarter. 14-6 still our score.
Yeah, when Penn's on a fast break, James, New Prairie kind of seems flustered. They just seem they not know what's going on. And Coolman hits another one.
Another 3 for Caleb Coolman. Same spot. He is now 2 for 3 on the night from 3. 17-16 Penn leads, 1:05 to go. Driving is Daniels. Stopped by Burton. Now they have to reload back outside.
And we're going to see New Prairie, I think, try to get into the high post here, which is going to be an interesting thing to do with their height.
You can see Nelson trying to set up there right at the elbow. Price is right on him. Burton defending the ball. Daniels bounces it over to Chelminiak. Murphy defends him. Inside, goes up with a layup, won't get it to fall, and now Price has got the rebound. It was a good job by Nelson to get open, but he couldn't finish it. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Caleb Coolman's got it across half court with 25 seconds to play now. A 17-6 Kingsman lead. Murphy thought about it, goes inside to Evans. He's looking to get on the score sheet, and he won't get that one to fall with 16 seconds to go. Fake the pass. Now they get it across, a bounce pass. Inside, Daniel kicks out for 3, and it is no good. 6 seconds to play. Burton's got it across half court. Coolman for 3 with 2 seconds. Good. Caleb Coolman finishes the quarter in style. And that is a 20-0 run to end the quarter. It started 6-0 New Prairie. Since then, Penn on a 20-0 run in the final 4.5 minutes. That is a great quarter other than that first couple minutes. Ian, break that one down for us.
Yeah, it started off a little slow offensively for the Kingsmen, but once they started applying pressure on defense, that defense turned into offense, fast break opportunities. New Prairie wasn't able to get back in time. It just wasn't a very composed quarter from New Prairie. It seemed a little flustered when pressure got on them. And they didn't really have anywhere to go after those first couple of shots kept going in. Just simple layups. It's just simple mistakes that are going to lose you this game. And James, before, you literally talked about Caleb Coolman hitting a buzzer beater before we actually got on live, so it's crazy that he actually did that.
Hey, you know, sometimes you get the feeling pregame. 20-6 our score at the end of one. New Prairie was starting to get some more shots towards the end of the quarter, but Penn, you know, they just kind of they out physical them there at the end on defense. They were faster than them. Just a very good quarter.
We're going to see number 2, Caleb Martinez, come into the game for Penn. And this is probably one of the fastest guys on this Penn roster. Excuse me there. So if they continue to get turnovers and push this ball in transition, it's going to be dangerous with this fast 3-guard front, really, with Michael Burton, Caleb Coolman, and Caleb Martinez.
Going up and no good. Coolman's got the board, but he had it knocked out of his hands. New Prairie, that hit the net, and now it's going to be a layup. Wide open was Hunter Nelson. Coolman got double-teamed as he came down with that ball from the rebound. Michael Burton going to handle the ball. Inside to Bonner, right at the free throw line. Coolman in that corner. He's hit his last 3 threes. 3 for 4 from 3. Caleb Martinez on the right there. He's a good free throw shooter. Coolman looking to drive. Going to reverse lane. No. And the rebound here by New Prairie. They'll move it ahead. They stopped a 20-0 run last possession. Now inside. Good passing and another layup for Hunter Nelson. He's got 6 points.
That was just great ball movement there, James. I don't really know what else to say. Fast break opportunity. Just great awareness by Dalton Clark there to find Nelson underneath the basket. And, oh.
Bonner was grabbed down after he missed the initial shot, got his own rebound. 6:59 to go here in this second quarter of play.
And I'd imagine here New Prairie will go with kind of a more aggressive defensive style. Considering they're down, they're going to need to get in transition, try to match Penn's energy and run to get some quick buckets here if they want to make this a game.
Martinez to Coolman inside to Bonner. That one got knocked down as Bonner was trying to swing it across the court. New Prairie's got it here, and now a steal for Burton, and he will lay it in. Michael Burton showing the explosiveness that we saw out of his brother on defense. Steps right up, steals it, lays it in. 22-10, Penn leads here, 6.5 to go, second frame. Dalton Clark gonna hand it off, Jagger Daniels. Now they will drive cross court. They had 2 guys there, and he did not reestablish himself. That is the call. They say Jagger Daniels had stepped out of bounds, and then he did not reestablish himself in the court. So that is a turnover. Penn will get the ball.
You don't see those a lot, James.
No, you don't. But you know what? Now that they've been, moving the three-point line out a little bit more, it's been a while since they've changed it, but, in that corner, you don't got a lot of space there. Coolman for 3, no good. 6:05 to go. New Prairie looking to push it ahead here, now across half court. Now driving, pass inside, stolen by Bonner. Michael Burton. Pass up to Evans. Goes up with the right, and he lays it in. His first points of the night. 24-10, Penn.
Yeah, that was just a good find there by Burton, keeping his eyes up as he goes down the court. That's such an important trait as a point guard. You got to be able to keep your eyes around the...
Double dribble.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what's going on for a second? There was double dribble there. But as I was saying, when you're a point guard, you got to be able to keep your eyes down the court at all times, even when you're coming up the court and you got a little bit of pressure on you. And that was the dime right there, James. That was
a nice pass. Inside here, Ben Murphy, 5.5 to go, second quarter. Lucas Obermeyer.
As the game starts to slow down, I imagine Lucas Obermeyer will be of great benefit because he's an amazing three-point shooter.
And Murphy missed the 3, but Bonner there to scoop up the loose change and lay it in. 26-10. Penn leads here with just over 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Into the corner for 3, McDonald. He missed it all. And we're going to get a jump ball possession to Penn again.
Yeah, James, it just seems as every single time New Prairie finally gets some offense starting, Penn just fires back with twice as many points as they do.
Burton will carry the ball up the court. Obermeyer inside to Bonner and back out. Into the corner for 3, no good from Murphy, and then Evans mistimed it, but Murphy gets it back. Bounce pass up, and a foul as Bonner was going up. He'll shoot 2. Certainly not the best free throw shooter is Bonner, but maybe looking to get 1 or 2 here. Coolman getting a little bit of a rest on the Kingsman bench right now. Not a great sign. Murphy, he's kind of a streaky shooter sometimes. He misses the first couple. Not always the best night, but if once he hits 1 or 2, then you can start wondering, hey, he's going to get some more points here.
And you wonder here with Caleb sitting on the bench, if he's going to rest a majority of this game due to that thumb injury. They don't want to risk re-injuring that.
Yeah, that's another thing to worry about. You got a 17-point lead here. You got 4:44 to go in the half. Maybe let them rest about half this quarter. Give them a little bit of time. Just heal up. No need to hurt it. It's not like this is the biggest game of your life, but obviously still got to respect your opponent a little bit.
We're going to see Mikhail Price come in here.
And he'll be in the game here shortly. McDonald looking around. Into the corner for three now. No good. Bonner's got the rebound, looking to push with some pace. Bonner right to the basket. Up with the right, and it's good. 29-10. Penn leads with 4:05 to go.
Penn's defense here, this lock left defense, is working perfectly. I don't know if we'd ever have a shot chart, but I can almost guarantee you 80% of the New Prairie shots are coming from that left side of the court.
3:50 to go in this quarter. Bonner playing tight defense. Kingsman in that man-to-man look. Obermeyer defending the ball. Now him and Murphy will switch. They've got McDonald in a bit of a bind. McSorley almost lost the ball. Finds Jagger Daniels. He's played every minute here for New Prairie. 3:22 to go in the second quarter. A three from the corner, and it's good. Miles McSorley, he missed his last couple. That one falls, and it's 29-13 as Burton sets up the offense here for Obermeyer.
Yeah, McSorley's just a freshman, so he's got room to grow. And he's a great shooter, James.
He is. Evans goes up strong and lays it in. 31-13, Penn leads. Now, New Prairie. And a steal from Burton. Can he get in? He falls away. No. And they're calling it an offensive foul. That's Burton's second. And that will take him out. Caleb Kuhlman going to check back in, it looks like, along with Mikhail Price. So Evans and Burton going to come out of the game. Yeah, Burton just trying to draw a foul. He tried a little too hard to draw the foul, extended the arm.
Yeah, just put a hard little elbow into the chest of Daniels.
2:45 to go, second quarter. McSorley moves it around. Good defense from Obermeyer. McDonald, a bounce pass into the middle of the court. Stolen by Kuhlman. Murphy. Inside, Price goes up with the right and lays it. 33-13. And a timeout from New Prairie. Penn with a 20-point lead. No, they were calling timeout on the loudspeaker here, not a timeout. They were calling for subs. It's a delay of game warning on Penn as well. 20-point lead for the Kingsmen here, 33-13. Ever since that early 6-0 run from New Prairie, it's been pretty much all Kingsmen.
It's going to be interesting to see how the Kingsmen are going to be able to close out this quarter. Starting in the quarters are vital for a team's success.
They sure are, and there's a travel on McDonald. He walked with the ball. 2:09 remaining in this quarter. Evan Shelminiak checks in, the sophomore guard, standing at 5'10". Kuhlman gets the offense going. Bounce pass down low. Price, no good, but he's fouled. And Mikhail Price is going to go to the line and shoot two.
And it just seems that New Prairie has had no answer for this inside game. Penn is getting two people down there, one in the high post, one in the low post, and they keep getting fouled, keep getting easy buckets down there. I don't know what New Prairie is going to do about it.
Not much they've been able to do about it so far. First free throw was good from Mikhail Price. Second one coming here. And it is no good. Rebounded here by Dalton Clark, and Jagger Daniels calling out the offensive play, dribbles it across half court. Handoff here, nearly stolen by Murphy. Daniels scouting around, looking for someone. Stifling defense here from the Kingsmen. Right on the sideline, nowhere to go. Daniels dribbles. Murphy keeps it tight. Almost snake-like squeeze on him there. It's going to go a foul on Bonner, a little too physical there. Penn just playing very tough defense tonight.
Yeah, as soon as a player on New Prairie catches the ball, I mean, it's just straight pressure. They're in your face automatically. And then they, like Simon's been stating, they're doing this left block thing. So even when they drive, we commit to him, and they just can't find anything. I mean, the pressure's just too much.
Into the corner for three. It is good from Evan Chelminiak. And the score is 34-16 with just over a minute to play in the half. Caleb Kuhlman, he's been looking to answer back.
We're going to see Penn try to go for a 2-for-1 here opportunity, most likely.
Three from Kuhlman, it's good. He's got 3 out of 5 tonight from 3. 37-16, just under 40 seconds remaining here. On the outside, it's McSurley. Step back, fade away, no good. Rebound by Kuhlman. 27 seconds behind the back. Kuhlman right to the hoop. No good, he couldn't finish it. Now 20 seconds to go. Up ahead. Knocked away by Price. Out of bounds, it will remain with New Prairie. So now the inbounds play here for New Prairie. Lobs it in. Chelminiak, he hit the last bucket for the Cougars. He's working on Price. Jagger Daniels. 5 seconds. 3 ball. It's going to miss it all, but they save it. 1 second to go. They're not going to get the shot off. It seemed as though Drew Lutz was calling for a timeout with about 6 seconds to go. They did not grant him the timeout. And we will go to break 37-16 in favor of the Kingsmen. A dominant defensive performance, and the offense, of course, just working on that fast break, easy buckets left and right. We'll be back after the half. 37-16, Penn leads.
As part of Indiana State curriculum, all students in the English 12 course must partake in a narrative unit where they explore all different forms of storytelling in this type of literature. Over the years, different teachers have had their own different ways of putting the unit's content together in a summative. This year, in her first year of seniors, English teacher Lindsay Sword asked her students to create their own board game based on a story they create.
So this was their narrative unit, and so instead of having them write a story or things like that, I'm trying to figure out what are different ways that we tell stories to each other. And one of the ways that my family, we always told stories to each other is we play board games.
This was a majorly creative process, with some students going above and beyond to produce the best quality games. Hayden Brocky is one senior who put in a lot of extra effort with paper mache to make her own version of the game Clue.
My game is Mystery and Wisteria. It is basically a murder mystery game. It's a fantasy version of the game Clue, but of course all the destinations are different. All of the characters have their own names, different powers that they can use, and all different weapons, and everything is different from the game.
Also in Brocky's class are seniors Ryan Schaefer and Bradick Dietrich, who made a game their classmates really seemed to enjoy.
You roll a dice and you move up, but as you roll, each time, if you get a 7, you get 7 points. And by the time you reach the end of the game, you have to have 100 points. This, if you get doubles, you spin this, and it multiplies your points.
This project was a unique one, but it put a fun spin on some required coursework. Stay tuned to PNN to hear more about some of the coolest classes in the school. This was CJ Vantine for PNN.
The PHM Athletics Fieldhouse is on the brink of being open for students and athletic teams to use, so here is how you are going to get to it. After school, if you need to get to the Fieldhouse and do not have a ride, here's the route to follow when walking. When it comes to before school, maybe for speed training or other sports teams, there will be a bus to take you to Penn after the workout session is over. During school, students are not allowed to drive their own car or walk. down the sidewalk of main parking lot, go through behind the ESC building, in between the tennis courts and soccer field, and finally take the 2 crosswalks to the final stretch of the track.
Wait. Wait. Wait.
There will be a bus provided that is required to ride for any event that needs the fieldhouse facility. So for example, Advanced Team Sports will have a bus that all students will ride. Make sure you're following these safety instructions at all times so you don't end up getting hurt. Reporting for PNN, I'm Noah Teeple.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome into our weekly conversation with the Commissioner. It's the Commissioner's Corner with Paul Neidig. I'm Brendan King. Paul, busy time of year, including this weekend with the girls wrestling state finals coming up at the Coliseum over at the Fairgrounds, January 16th. And Paul, what can you say about girls wrestling and how that sport continues to emerge and grow?
Well, first of all, the growth is we knew once we developed a platform within our system for new sports to come on board and grow and give student athletes additional opportunities, that girls wrestling would quickly rise to the front. And when we did this several years ago, it took just 2 short years for girls wrestling to go from emerging, they weren't even in our system, to a fully recognized state championship sport. And we just have continued to see growth in girls sports and our girls wrestling, and we're excited about that. And I think we're right around the corner. And maybe this coming Friday, we'll see another girl that wins the state championship that will move on to great things on the Olympic level like other girls in the state of Indiana have done. And so we're really excited about that platform, that opportunity for these girls to show what they love, and that's wrestling.
You and I have talked a lot about emerging sports, whether that's, girls flag football, girls lacrosse, wrestling, as you said, with that quick path. The process of emerging sports and building them and growing them for your team, what can you say about the significance of that and the process of it to get to this point, like you said?
Well, I think it's important. We're all about opportunity for students. And, we want to provide as many opportunities as we can. And that we had our rules, the way they were originally written, probably was not going to be an opportunity for another sport to come on. And so 4 years ago now, we took on that task to look at those rules and we made some adjustments, and we've seen now additional opportunities. So that 160,000 student athletes that we serve on an annual basis is going to grow because of additional opportunities. And that's something that we're very excited about.
Girls basketball pairing show coming up in about a week and a half. Hard to believe. And then the boys will follow shortly after for basketball. So, hey, it's a great time of year. It's a busy time of year for you guys. Swimming and diving is going to be coming up in less than a month. I feel like February is a big underrated month for you guys that's packed with just tons of power.
Yeah, February just it really. Yeah, obviously, this coming Friday, the girls wrestling kicks off our tournament season for the winter. But February, certainly every weekend, we've got something going on. And, it's an opportunity to follow your school. You can go to ihsaa.org and get all of our tournament information and see where your team is playing. And get out and watch those student athletes because it's still pure. It's still homegrown. It's still kids that are going to go back and contribute to their communities, participating in high school sports. And I would just encourage people to get out there and watch these students they've been practicing their skill all fall and all winter, and now it's time for them to put it on the line for a potential berth in the state championship venue.
Last thing, we were talking last week about your time at the Rose Bowl and getting to watch Indiana and meeting with your colleagues across the country. Well, since that point, Indiana has punched their ticket in the national championship game, Indiana football. And, I know that you guys partner with the Colts and you guys partner with all kinds of professional organizations around the state. But, when, Indiana University is in the national championship for football, and I know you know a lot of folks down in Bloomington, what does that mean for you as a guy that grew up in this state as well?
Well, it's certainly the spotlight on what we know is a wonderful state. Our collegiates, all of our colleges, we're rich in colleges here in the state of Indiana. And, but this time we stepped that aside and we're going to root for one. And, it's these Hoosiers have really caught Indiana by storm and, really a national audience. And we're excited about that. And I know Scott Dolson and Coach Cinetti has worked hard to bring Indiana football and Indiana University to the forefront. And I'm excited for both of those individuals. And again, the student athletes that get to participate at Indiana University. And I'm going to be tuning in next Monday night, rooting on those Hoosiers.
Paul Neidig, he's the commissioner of the IHSAA. It's the Commissioner's Corner. Paul, always appreciate the time. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, Brendan. Hey, thank you for doing what you do for the student athletes in this great state.
Thanks for listening to the Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
And welcome back. Just about to come out of halftime here. 37-16 our score. And we have some second half stats here. We also would like to thank our sponsors. Just they're shown on screen. The main one, Ashley Renee's Prom and Pageant Dress Wear. You can schedule your appointment today, 574-522-PROM. That's located at Heritage Square. That's 7135 Heritage Square Drive in Granger, Indiana. So,
I'm looking at some stats from the half here. New Prairie has 15 turnovers. Penn has 2. That 15 turnovers is almost entirely attributed to that lock left defense. New Prairie could get nothing inside the three-point line. They were having almost a whole entire half-court oriented offense. And I don't think that's what they wanted, but that's what they were forced into. Also, we see Penn shooting relatively well here. 55.6% total field goal in the half, which is amazing.
Yeah, Caleb Kuhlman led the way in scoring. He just dished it on to Ben Murphy. Caleb Kuhlman with 16 points in that first half. 6 for 11 from the field. And he is 4 of 6 from beyond the arc.
And what's talked about a lot in the Penn locker room here is the magical lead numbers. So that's a 7-point lead, a 14-point lead, a 20-point lead, a 28-point lead. Right now, Penn is sitting at a 19-point lead, I believe is what it is. So it's going to be interesting to see here if they can push it to 20, push it to 28, get it to 34, and then get all the way to 60.
That was a nice block there by New Prairie on that last possession. They're not looking to get to 60 points down. There's a 3. And that one missed from Jagger Daniels.
Yeah, James, what I talked about pregame was how well the last 2 games. The last game was 55% from 3, and the game before that was 47% from 3. And now they're only shooting 30%, which is a little bit of a shock as Price drives in there and gets a nice basket.
Nice layup there from Mikhail Price. Bonner going to get the assist. Kingsman had 11 assists in that first half. On the outside here. New Prairie just looking to get something going. Chelminiak, he hit a 3 for them. He gives it to Daniels, back to Chelminiak, finds its way into the corner. McSurley.
And a good cut there.
Daniels with a nice move, and he lays it in to make it 39-20. A reminder, following this game, after about a 20-minute warm-up time, the girls basketball team will play New Prairie. We'll have that game for you right after this one. Inside to Price, he goes up and lays it in. He's got 4 points in this second half after he had a nice first half with 3 points.
Yeah, just a good job by Price. They're just fine. Lean the shoulder into him a little bit and just get good position and get that ball in the basket.
In the first game of the season, Mikhail Price had a double-double. I'm sure he's going to see if he can replicate that tonight.
He's got to be getting close here. He's Got 7 rebounds. Oh, excuse me, that's Bonner with the rebounds. That's 2. 7 total defensive rebounds for the Kingsmen, 10 total for themselves. Out of bounds, it's going to stay with New Prairie here. McHale's got 2 total rebounds right now. That's going to be a foul. It's going to be going the other way here. Penn's going to get the ball.
A surprisingly low rebound number there for the first half, but I suppose if New Prairie had 15 turnovers, that's just not a lot of shots they're giving up to get defensive rebounds for everybody.
That is true.
And considering that most of their points are off these fast break turnovers from New Prairie, those turnovers may just be turnovers, but there's also points that go into that category as well.
Oh, yeah.
Coleman couldn't get that to fall. Price got blocked going up for it. A nice block that's going to go out of bounds. It will stay with New Prairie. That's a nice block there. That's the second time New Prairie's blocked a Penn shot in this half, and
you can
it's Hunter Nelson.
Yeah, you can definitely see him getting a little bit more physical under the rim when Price gets the ball in that inside post.
5 minutes to go in this third quarter as Daniels goes into the corner here. Dalton Clark. Pass that's stolen by Murphy. Up ahead, here is Coleman. Oh, he couldn't dunk it. He had to do it with the left. He couldn't do it with the right. I'm not sure if he's better at it with the left or right. Oh, he nearly had it.
Yes, the crowd just got, the crowd got really into it. Everyone got on their feet there, hoping that one went down.
Into the corner. And thankfully, not too close of a game. That could have been, I'm sure if it was closer, he would have laid that up. There's a travel on McSorley. Cody Evans and McHale Price, I think, are the only 2 that have dunked it in-game this year so far.
We're going to see New Prairie here go into, it looks like a 2-3 zone, trying to kind of stop that inside game from Penn.
And New Prairie, they just got to try and find something here. Kuhlman finds the seam, and he gets the jumper to fall. Well, that zone worked for the first 5 seconds there, and then Kuhlman able to find the spot, and he knocks down 2.
Yeah, James, when you play the zone, it's just all about having the people in the right spots to find that opening. And great pass to the inside.
That basket will not count. A foul on the floor against Lucas Obermeyer probably saved 2 points there.
Yeah, pretty good foul there, I'd say.
See Michael Burton, Cody Evans check back in. Driving, nice pass to the outside, but just not enough room for Chelminiak. Corner 3, no good, and Kuhlman's got the rebound. Pass ahead to McHale Price. Oh, he couldn't get that one to fall. Oh, 2 dunk attempts for the Kingsmen, both in and out.
Penn's not set now from that little fast breaks to see if New Prairie can get some advantages. He barely just misses the floater.
I mean, I guess if you get the turnover and you're on a breakaway, that means you had to do some good defense. You can reward yourself with a chance for a dunk. Burton went inside. It's on the ground. Evans goes down to get it. And New Prairie, they're going to get a timeout off. No, they will not. Penn will get the possession again after the jump ball. Another thing to note, in that first half, Penn had 11 steals. 11 steals in the first half, and I think they've already got 2 in this third quarter, so they're up to about 13 steals in this game.
Absolute just ball pass.
Murphy for 3, no good. He's got 1 point today, Murphy does. It was a free throw. Not been his best game, little uncharacteristic for him. The layup for Hunter Nelson. He's having a good game right now, Hunter Nelson. He's up to 10 points.
Yeah, Daniels and Nelson are having a little bit of a good chemistry right now. That's been multiple times where Daniels has drove it on the inside and just found Nelson just sitting right there wide open under the paint. So Penn's definitely got to watch when they commit to not leave the man wide open.
After the out of bounds there, Kuhlman just going to lob it into Mikhail Price. Kuhlman's got it back. Murphy for three. Got it. There he goes.
Maybe
he started 0 for 4 from behind the arc.
Yeah, just like you said, James, maybe this can get him to a bit of a hot streak and start getting him going from beyond the arc.
And we're going to see Penn stay in that lock left defense as well here.
Yeah,
working really well.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
For three, it's good. That's the corner that New Prairie likes to find an open man. Miles McSorley, the recipient of that one.
And that was maybe the first fail of that defense we've seen all night.
Yeah. Cody Evans answers back, though.
Yeah, McSorley's doing a great job just finding that corner. Penn's definitely got to start watching that because I think that's basically most of where their three-point points are coming from these corners.
Yeah, that's McSorley's got 2 of them. An interesting layup attempt there. Blocked again by Evans, but so guess who? Hunter Nelson down low. 48-27, minute 20 to go. Murphy, same spot. In and out, but Evans has got the rebound. Behind the back pass, and Price traveled.
Great save. Yeah, great save there by Evans. Just unfortunate. Price kind of got trapped there by 3 of New Prairie, so just couldn't get anything a little bit moving as Martinez checks in the game.
So now New Prairie trailing by 21. It is Daniels carrying the ball ahead. Fade away, no good for McSorley. Nearly offensive rebound, but Christian Bonner, such a good rebound, able to knock it out. And now Kuhlman gonna get the layup assisted by Bonner. Bonner doing the hard work on the defensive glass, and then Kuhlman able to lay that one in, 50-27.
You can see Jim Burns just flying around whoever has the ball. I mean, that's just locked tight defense. I mean, he's just not going anywhere. He's just going in circles.
He's just a scrappy defender, Burton is. He's played some fantastic defense all season long, Burton has. And the results, they might not be there on the score sheet yet, but off the score sheet, you know, defense, keeping guys covered, not maybe getting the assist, but setting up the guy to get the assist. He has been phenomenal. With 6 seconds to go, Kuhlman is fouled.
Could we see another buzzer beater, James?
Oh, maybe. Six seconds to go. Penn's going to have a chance. Cody Evans going to check out. They get it into Kuhlman. Evans was not checking out. He was going in on the ball. My bad. Kuhlman, a 3. He got fouled on the three-point attempt with 1.1 to go in the quarter.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Just a unfortunate little hit there at the end. Hit his wrist. And Caleb Kuhlman at the line. Pretty good free throw shooter.
Led the state last year in free throw percentage, Caleb Kuhlman did.
Yeah, he did. It's that first one to go. Every good free throw shooter's got their routine they do every single time, and he's got his. Every time he gets it once, dribbles it once, twice.
It's known as the Valpo free throw, developed by Valparaiso Basketball, actually.
And he missed that one. Seems as though every time we talk about it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who's with us. Doesn't matter if it's Nate Tingle. Doesn't matter if it's me. Doesn't matter if it's you, Simon. The announcer's jinx. He hits 2 or 3.
Next time we're going to be quiet and see how it goes.
That's right. This one from half court would have been good had it gone, but it did not. As Daniels misses, 52-27 our score here at the end of 3 from the Palace. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
welcome you back. Kingsman basketball on the Pennant. Glad you could join us here for the fourth quarter of play. Penn and New Prairie. Kingsman leading 52-27. New Prairie inbounds the ball. Possession arrow back to Penn. They've had 3 jump balls today, and they've all gone to Penn. As that's how the possession arrow tends to work. Miles McSorley, he's starting to come on here in the second half. McSorley doing a good job getting himself open. He's got a 3 and a 2 in this second half. Evans with a dish inside that gets knocked away by Miles McSorley.
Yeah, McSorley's going to be a great player. Like I said, he was just a freshman. He's got a lot of potential. He's going to be a home wrecker, definitely.
And a 3 there for Evan Shelminiak.
And New Prairie gets the ball to the right side of the court that time, breaks down this defense that Penn is running, and gets a wide open 3 in the corner.
Bonner got a couple of Panthers on, or Cougars on him, and he lays it in anyway.
Just being patient, all it is under the basket, trying to get him in the air and then maybe try to draw a little contact. But that time, Bonner just fought through it.
Gonna get a reach in on Burton. That's his 3rd.
Not a good foul there right in front of the ref, but it happens.
54-32, first foul in the quarter. We're a minute and 1 second in to this quarter. Catch and shoot 3, and it's good. From Jagger Daniels. Down to a 19-point lead. Evans tried to knife in and go up. He got it blocked, but he gets it right back, and now he's fouled, trying to go up there with the right.
Yeah, New Prairie starting to go on a little bit of a run, but now it's whether or not, Penn responds so well to these little runs that New Prairie goes on. So now it's up to New Prairie. Can they keep with this hoarding defense and try to get some more points on the board? Definitely a tall task with 6:43 left and a 20-point lead.
Now one of one. He's got his second one to go here, Evans does. And it's no good off the back iron, but a rebound. We got a foul. That's going to be on the floor against New Prairie.
Yeah, it looked like he held Murphy's arm. Don't allow him really to get good placement and get the ball.
Murphy, that got tipped and out of bounds. It will stay with the Kingsmen here. Kuhlman on the bench right now. Got to imagine that might be for the rest of the night, trying to rest up that thumb. He has had a nice night. He had 16 points in the first half. He's over 20 on the night. Martinez inside. Evans out to Murphy, and it is good. That's his second 3 of the day. He's up to 7 points.
Yeah, I'm really liking Murphy's game in his senior season. We talk about how passive he used to be, and now even if it's not the hottest night for him, he's just going to keep letting that thing fly, and he definitely plays a bigger role to this offense than before.
He's got a wonderful jump shot. I always question, I've been calling his game since he was a sophomore. As Martinez lets it fly, it's no good. But I've been calling games for him since he was a sophomore. And I've always said, man, he's got such a nice jump shot. He needs to use it more. And this year he finally is. Burton gets it stripped as he was going for a layup. That will stay with the Kingsmen. And an injury here maybe for New Prairie. Nope, they're going to get him up quickly. Hopefully he's all right. That's their best guy right now, Jagger Daniels. They've already had one guy lost for the season with Brody Wigginton.
Yeah, he was definitely a big impact for this New Prairie offense, averaging around 15 points a game. So he's definitely a big threat that's maybe slowing down this offense as much for New Prairie.
Bonner inside Price. He could not grab the ball. Daniels, good to see he's all right after he was down on that last play. He has been the key for them to score 35 points so far. Here's a fadeaway 3, no good. Not the greatest shot selection there from New Prairie. They had more time than they thought. Obermeyer, Murphy gonna let another one fly. It's good.
Looks like Ben's got a hot hand right now, folks.
He started cold, but he's been heating up ever since this second half started. 61-35. Penn in the lead with 5:06 to go in the game. Kuhlman's back on the floor, contrary to what I thought. And going to get a foul on Murphy.
Sometimes that's just what happens when you're playing this aggressive, nice press defense. Maybe get your hand in the cookie jar.
Indeed. New Prairie looking to get the offense some motion here. McSorley outside. They move it, slow it down with Daniels back to McSorley. That will be a travel.
Yeah. Just losing his balance completely there on the drive.
And we'll get the ball back here. Caleb Kuhlman. Pass to Murphy for three. It's good again.
What a ass. I mean, this is a great display from Murphy here. It's just whether or not, you know, sometimes it's just he's got to be a little bit more consistent. Like you said, James, he's a streaky shooter. Once he gets hot, he gets hot. But sometimes when he's cold, he's cold. So it's definitely just something to work on. But you got to love what you're seeing out of Murphy, and he's just improved so much from his years at Penn.
He's up over double digits now. Daniels forced back out here. McSorley going in on Price, and I don't know, a lot of travels on New Prairie. Winter break for them, I think, was a couple weeks ago.
James,
I don't know. It felt like winter break yesterday, though. My goodness, a lot of snow. New Prairie had it the worst too. They got out early yesterday.
James is leaving us next week, folks. Gonna go pursue a career in improv.
Obermeyer gets it inside to Evans, and he'll be fouled going up for a layup there. 64-35, 3:41 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think the thing about McSorley, you know, he's a great scorer, but sometimes he just tries to force it a little too much, and that's what's causing these travels and these little bit of a bad, or not bad shots, just not great shot, I guess, attempts. Just, you want to be more disciplined.
Sometimes they have possessions where they're just not moving the ball enough.
Yeah,
but it seems they had a couple possessions as well where I thought they moved the ball perfectly and set up a lot of open shots. That's going to go out of bounds. Will go to the Cougars. Penn up by 30. 3:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Caleb Martinez checks in for Ben Murphy. He gets a hand as he heads to the bench. A nice half for him. Nice fourth quarter.
See Caleb Martinez here taking him up the court, forcing him left.
Pass inside. Nothing going so far here. McSorley. Nice pass. And that will fall for Evan Shelminiak.
Yeah, what I got to say, James, even though, you know, obviously not the best offensive game from New Prairie, but I got to say one of their bright spots is being able to drive and just find the inside man. So they got to look forward to that. Maybe try their offensive game plan a little bit more towards that.
That is out of bounds. They will say it stays with Penn. With 3:04 to go in this game, Penn keeps the ball here. Caleb Kuhlman set to inbound. Price to Evans. Now to Kuhlman. Catch and shoot. Just maybe a little bit long of a three there. That was a deep one. Daniels drives. Nice job to get to the lane, but tough to get around Bonner there.
And a nice move there by Caleb Kuhlman.
And a layup there, 67-37.
That was a pro move right there, James.
That sure was. Good defense from Obermeyer. Nice jump shot, though, from McSorley. Showing he can do it himself on a couple of these possessions.
Yeah, James, you have fun with him next year.
And a reverse layup from Mikhail Price. .2:13 to go in this game, and Obermeyer going to get a foul. And that's going to let the subs come into the game here. We'll see a complete change in the lineup here. Obermeyer, Evans, Price, Kuhlman, and Martinez come off. Burton comes on along with Sharippa, Patton, along with Colin Oney. And then you've got Jackson Smith. With 2 minutes to go, Penn up 69-39. Pass inside, knocked away by Patton. That will stay with New Prairie.
Yeah, the full freshman squad here, James. Always love when the freshmen maybe on the lower side of the bench. We saw Jay Patton get a couple good buckets the last time we were here.
3 ball from the corner. Nice shot from Daniels.
It was pretty good defense. He was right in his face, just a better shot.
Michael Burton calling for a screen from Patton. He uses it. Sharippa thought about it. He'll drive. And it's stolen. He was looking for Oney. Here's Daniels. Defense by Smith. Looking around. Pass outside. Minute 12 to go. 3 from the corner. And it is good. Oh, my.
What a
Al McDonald.
What a bounce right there.
That one.
Flashbacks to Tyrese Halliburton there from last year's finals.
That's right. No good from Burton for 3, but Ben Sharippa gets inside and he'll get a layup. It's his first home varsity points of the year. Foul against Jackson Smith here. That'll be 2 shots. 42 seconds to go.
Yeah, and Penn's got a little bit of a stretch. What, 23rd St. Joe game, right?
Oh yeah. They've got a very tough couple of weeks coming up here. The week of the 23rd, you've got St. Joe.
Yeah,
then the next week you've got unbeaten Adams, which who knows if they'll stay unbeaten. They haven't played the toughest schedule, Adams hasn't. But directly after that Friday game against Adams, they play against Goshen, who's also undefeated. They're in action, I believe, right now on against Warsaw. So, you know, that could be their first. Warsaw, a great team, but Goshen undefeated, Adams undefeated. St. Joe, one of the better teams in the area. I mean, that's going to be a very tough couple of weeks right there. And then right after that, you got Riley.
Yeah, Riley hasn't had their strongest season this year.
No, they haven't.
Sitting at 7-4, I believe.
They lost a lot of seniors from last year, but Alex Daniels, the coach of Riley, he gets his guys ready for tournament time every single year, and they play towards the end of the year as Jackson Smith. Oh, he couldn't get it to fall. But Alex Daniels gets his team ready for tournament time late in the year every year. So I expect a good one in that one as well. Foul against Burton, that's his 4th.
Yeah. I mean, I love how aggressive the young bull is playing, but sometimes you just got to be careful playing a little too aggressive.
That puts New Prairie into the bonus. First shot is good. Here comes number 2 from Evan Chelmeniak. That one is no good, and a rebound by Colin Oney. He's got good big man potential, Colin Oney does here in the coming years.
And he can shoot from outside, which is very important.
Yeah. Burton, Sharippa for 3. That one no good. With 3 seconds to go, down to 1, and that is it. Penn dominant against New Prairie. 71-46 our final. Everyone got to play today. Penn just a all-around perfect game. Defense, offense, creating turnovers. Had a couple dunk attempts nearly go for Penn as well. So, good one tonight. We'll get you some stats here shortly. Reminder, this is game 1 of a doubleheader girls game coming up right here on the Pennant. Shortly thereafter, there's going to be about a 20-minute warm-up period after they get done with middle school night and I believe academic honor recognition here. So when we come back, we'll have some final stats for a post game. Then when we go away for that one, we'll be back with game 2 of tonight's doubleheader. We'll be right back.
Coffee Lovers, a coffee cart from American Espresso Catering comes right to you inside your event, school, or office. With American Espresso Catering, your guests will enjoy a hot or iced latte, cappuccino, hot chocolate, or one of many other options. Call American Espresso Catering to get a quote today. 574-299-5282. For more information, visit bookthecoffeecart.com.
The coffee cart this morning is actually saving lives.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together.
All righty, welcome back. Here we are, right here, just on the sideline here. Final score, Penn wins 71-46. Just an all-around dominant night from the Kingsmen. We don't got the stats yet here, but we are in search of that. That's where Simon's looking for him right now. So hopefully we'll get some here shortly. But what a game tonight, Ian. You know, we saw a lot of growth here. You know, we've been seeing this whole year, we've seen a lot of growth. You know, what I was impressed with for the Kingsmen was Ben Murphy. Not only, you know, he had the rough first half, but he kept his head in the game, and then he was able to shoot fantastic in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, the Penn offense started off a little slow. We saw New Prairie go on that 6-0 run, but what got them back in this game wasn't the fact that their offense being efficient. It was the fact of their defense being just absolutely dominant. You saw Ben Murphy there. If he's not, you know, he's cold a little bit that first half. We saw that, but it's not. It's like, okay, my impact. I can still make an impact on defense. Then we saw him probably get maybe 3 or 4 steals just basically in a row, leading the Kingsmen to get some great fast break points, and that's basically just what happened tonight.
Yeah.
New Prairie just turned the ball over way too many times. I mean, 15 in the first half, or maybe close to 30 in the second. He's got stats for us right now.
Simon with a clutch assist there. Penn had 22 assists tonight. That's a nice night. And then the turnover numbers, 20 total turnovers for New Prairie, which only 5 in the second half. That's a good switch there, but that's still not going to win games. 20 turnovers is not going to win games. So, you know, 11 fouls for Penn, 12 for New Prairie. The foul numbers weren't anything crazy. Not a lot of rebounds for Penn because, frankly, there weren't that many shots to rebound. Just all the turnovers, the travels, the steals. Penn, 13 steals tonight. That is what really stuck out to me. The defense, stifling. Simon, you know, take us through, what's a normal practice like when you're practicing that type of defense?
So the normal practice is you want to start off by this summer a whole ton of conditioning. It's a defense that takes a lot of effort. It's a high working defense, and it takes a ton of effort. The biggest complexities with this defense is that it kind of changes a lot of the fundamental key points of basketball that if you were playing basketball since grade school that you've learned all the way up till then. On your closeouts, you're actually going to force them all the way left and deny the three. The reason why New Prairie was hitting threes is because Penn was kind of failing to do some of those proper closeouts. The whole point of this defense is to make the other team put the ball on the floor, go left, and to give them nothing to the right. And you see it really well when you're watching the game. Nothing is given to the right, and when the ball does get to the right, it's a big scramble, and usually it results in a bucket for the other team. Kind of what they're hoping for is that 80% of the time you can keep the ball out of the right side of the floor, and that'll usually result in another team giving not very great shot selections and rush shots, and also a lot of times turnovers, because everybody's inclination in high school basketball is to go right. A lot of kids don't have a good right hand developed, so forcing them left causes more turnovers as well. In practice, they demo it a lot during the season, and really you just have to do it. There's not a whole ton of, it's not a big complex defense. You just have to set your mind to, I'm not going to let my man go right.
Hey, and you know, we got a pretty smart team, a pretty smart defense. They they picked up on it pretty quick, and as you can see here, they're doing the academic honors night. All the students involved in that. But some final totals here. Caleb Kuhlman, guess what? He led the team in scoring 24 points tonight. 11 points from Christian Bonner, 13 from Ben Murphy, who had only 1 in the first half. He had 12 second half points. So a nice night for him. Evans with 8, 9 from Mikael Price, 4 from Michael Burton. And really just a nice night shooting for the Kingsmen. They shot in the game from the field. They shot 52%, 36% from 3. And in the second half, they only shot 12 threes. They hit 4 of them, 4 in the first half on 10. So just an overall nice night, good defense, good offense. They did what they had to do. They took care of business. They win this one 71-46. So again, thank you for tuning in for the boys game. We have the girls game coming up next. You can enjoy the academic honors night stuff here. And after that concludes, I think they got middle school night. That might be at halftime. I got the schedule here. Let's middle school night will happen later on, so they'll do their warm-up. We'll be back after the warm-up. We'll set up game 2 of our doubleheader tonight, and we will see you for the girls game. So for James Mason, Ian Mays, Simon Barry, we'll see you in about 20-25 minutes for the girls game.
Isabella Rubleski, Cohen Watson, Dalton Zoltansky. Zion Zhu, Christian Bonner, Caleb Martinez, Ben Shrippa, Cody Evans, Lucas Obermeyer. Please join me in congratulating these outstanding young men and women.
welcome back. It's time for the girls basketball game, the second game of our doubleheader. Kingsmen and Cougars, part 2 here on the hardwood from Al Rhodes Kingsman Court at the Penn Palace. Glad you could join us for game 2 here. It's the New Prairie Cougars girls team coming into town to take on the Penn Kingsmen. As we get ready for starting lineup introductions, we're about 43 seconds away from that. I'm James Baseman alongside Ian Mays, Simon Barry. And after the guys come away with a win, the girls looking to do the same. They are having a nice season so far. They have put together some wins here recently. They've been led by freshman point guard Jillian Sanderson, who moved here from Tennessee last year after playing varsity as an 8th grader in Tennessee last year. So we look forward to tonight. Of course, Christy Ulrich, the coach, got her 500th win as a coach at Penn here recently this year. Looking to add another win to the illustrious career, state champion. So we'll let you listen in again to the great Dwayne Lewandowski for his pre-game introductions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and once again we welcome you to the Palace, home of the vacation for tonight's varsity contest, featuring the visiting Lady Cougars from New Prairie High School against your Pennant Lady Kingsmen. As a member of the Northern Indiana Conference and the Indiana High School Athletic Association, Penn High School welcomes the Prairie High School Principal, Mr. Justin Heinold, Director of Athletics, Mr. Mark McBride, and Head Coach Amy Lincoln and Lady Cougars to tonight's contest. Ladies and gentlemen, this week is IHSAA and NFHS Winter Sports Officials Appreciation Week. We thank our officials across the state of Indiana for their dedication to education-based athletics and for their commitment to our student athletes and the game. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the starting lineups for tonight's contest. First introducing the visiting team on the scoreboard, the New Prairie Lady Cougars. Starting tonight at one guard, a 5'2" sophomore, number 5, Brooklyn Shepard. And another guard, a 5'4" junior, number 11, Eddie Luther. And another guard, 5'6" sophomore, number 23, Bailey Buda. At forward, 5'5" senior, number 4, Hannah Hawkins-Wexner. And at the other forward, a 5'9" junior, number 44, Chloe Deutscher. The head coach of the New Prairie Lady Cougars in her 6th season, Amy Linda. senior, number 11, Anna McCullough. And then another forward, 5'10" freshman, number 14, Mackenzie Yosef. The head coach of your Penn Lady Kingsmen in her 17th season, Christy Ulrich. Your officials for tonight's contest are Mr. Dan Duran from Crown Point, Mr. Kyle Mann from Chesterton, and Mr. Sam Michael from Highland.
All righty, we're ready to go. Game 2 tonight. Kingsmen and Cougars yet again. It's now in the girls' basketball game. We're ready to go. There's the tip, and we're underway.
And the big story here is that Macy Little, one of the top defenders on excuse me there, on this Penn team, is out tonight with a knee injury.
That is going to be a little different for this team. Not used to playing without Macy Little. She's been a starter pretty much every year she's been on the team. So they get it in here after the foul. McCullough down low. Dawson goes up. Yusek goes up and lays it in. 2-0. Kingsmen in front early.
Yeah, another storyline, James, for New Prairie. And unfortunately, Mackenzie Griffiths, the star freshman, leading them in points and rebounds, is out as well. So that's definitely going to change both sides. So you got a little cross out there, I guess.
That's out of bounds off of New Prairie. Just under 30 seconds into this one. Here is the star freshman point guard, Jillian Sanderson. Pass back. Yeah, it's going to be a steal for New Prairie, but she's trapped in the corner. And we've got a jump ball that will go to New Prairie. As Addie Luther was trying to get out of the corner there.
Yeah, obviously not great start for the season for New Prairie. Only 3-15 and just, oh, what a mistake.
That's good. That was good defense by Penn there, just reaching in, knocking it away, but it happened to go off of a New Prairie Cougar there.
Yeah, I think it hit the shoe.
It's going to be interesting to see here. Penn has a much larger, looks like a much quicker team.
And kind of similar to the guys' game we saw earlier as well. Sanderson down low and some contact, no good, and Yusek puts it in for the fourth point, her fourth point, and team's fourth.
Yeah, just a great job of just being able to locate the ball. And Penn, you can see, apparently both teams use the same strategy, try to put some pressure on the ball handler.
New Prairie looks around, trying to get someone open here. Dribbling on the outside. Good defense here from Lexi Warner. Now they switch. It's going to go inside, going up, no good. Yusek the rebound, and now here comes Anna McCullough. Bounce pass, going up, and too strong off the glass, but an offensive board, and the lay-in for Anna McCullough.
And it looks like the Kingsmen here are going to stay in this full-court man press.
Yeah, another key thing for New Prairie. They just keep, I mean, they're playing good defense at the start, and then once that ball hits the rim, they kind of just wait for the ball to come to them, and Penn's attacking that inside, so that's why they've scored most of their points off these offensive rebounds.
New Prairie gets it across half court. Some contact, near turnover. New Prairie using that bounce pass inside, goes up off the glass, no good from Chloe Deutscher, excuse me. 3-ball, no good.
Another
offensive board. Sanderson for 3, no good again, but another offensive rebound, and McCullough will get the layup. 8-0, Kingsmen quickly here, and a timeout from New Prairie, a full timeout. We'll step aside, we'll be back in a minute. welcome back. Kingsman basketball on the Pennant. 8-0 Kingsman lead here early in the first quarter. New Prairie already used one timeout. And we're back underway as New Prairie gets it in. They're looking to move it across half court. Brooklyn Shepard passed it back. They get across half court, a loose ball. Sanderson going after it. And another tie-up. This will go to Penn.
And it really looks like the Kingsmen are just going to keep this pressure on and look to get out in fast breaks, knowing that they have a size, speed, agility advantage here on the New Prairie.
And get it into Sanderson. Usyk and McCullough, each with 4 points, 8-0 Kingsmen. Inside, there's a layup for Lexi Warner.
Yeah, just a good find there by Sanderson. They went, New Prairie's in this little bit of a zone. And oh, the pressures. Great job to get that ball out.
Layup here is good for New Prairie. Addie Luther makes it 10-2. Up ahead, Usyk inside, layup is good.
Yeah, if you're New Prairie right now, you just got to wake up a little bit. It seems like they're just allowing some backdoor cuts, allowing offensive rebounds to go off.
Nearly lost the handle. Luther back at the top of the key. Dawson closing out there, and it's good. 12-4 now.
Looks like New Prairie is going to go into a 2-3 here, I believe.
Yeah,
trying to stop the inside game and maybe get some of those more rebounds that they were missing there before break.
That was unable to help. 2 offensive boards there for Penn. Sanderson missed a couple, but and a layup following another miss there. Pass inside, knocked away. Loose ball picked up by McCullough.
And New Prairie's press breaker is looking good here. They're just not able to execute the fine details of catching the ball, ripping, reading.
Rebound. That's going to be a foul after a missed 3 from Lexi Warner. It's going to be a foul on Luther. Team second. That's Luther's first. Olivia Dawson going to check out. Quinn Driscoll will check in.
Yeah. Had a pretty good flag football season. Me and Nate Tingle called a couple of those games. And
yeah, that was a fun season to call. Sure was.
It definitely was. Star QB Quinn Driscoll.
Indiana Player of the Year. That one too short, but another offensive board. Nana McCullough's got 6 points.
I mean, I don't really know what else to say. It's just the same thing every time. It's a miss leading to an offensive rebound from Penn. You just got to, New Prairie right now, you just got to want it more. You got to be able to play physical. You want to fight for these rebounds, and it's just not happening right now.
Luther bounces it across, and now back to Luther. Layup, no good. Another offensive board for New Prairie, and they will lay it in.
Shades of Penn there. Penn can't grab a defensive board.
Deutscher with the layup there. And a steal here for New Prairie, and the layup is good from Hannah Hawkins-Weisner.
Yeah, she leads the team in assists, James. So usually she's more of the facilitator, just trying to get the plays going.
She is one of the faster New Prairie players, though. Use the speed there. Driscoll at the top of the key here. Going to go inside. Just missed McCullough there. It's out of bounds, and it will go to New Prairie. Olivia Dawson checking back in. And we'll put Warner on the bench here. Get her some rest. 3:10 to go in this first quarter. New Prairie working on the outside. Here comes a double team, and a little too much contact there on Usyk.
An interesting strategy here, leaving the backside open and trapping there in the corners. I wonder if Penn is intentionally doing that, or if that's the strategy going into this game. We're gonna have to see here.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if you can close out quick enough, get that double team on, maybe you're not able to get that pass off.
I agree, and I think with New Prairie's, not to be critical, but subpar ball handling skills here maybe, that may be a good strategy here early in the game to run up the score.
McCullough takes a foul after she was nearly going to just have a breakaway layup after a steal. And we'll get the shoe back on McCullough here. 2:46 to go. First quarter. Dawson bounces it into Sanderson. Right near half court. Good dribbling inside. She's fouled.
Hit that one all the way over here, James.
Yes, you could. Addie Luther, that's her second, team's fourth.
Yeah, definitely want to be a little bit more disciplined if you're New Prairie here. It's only been, 5 minutes? And you already got 14 fouls. Got to be careful.
Anna McCullough out to Dawson. Sanderson, the freshman, pulls up and leaves it short. Picked up by New Prairie. Each team kind of in a bit of a scoring drought here. 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Hawkins Weisner.
A good screen there.
And a double dribble.
Substitution for team number 2. Lexi Werner back in the lineup.
2 minutes, 19 seconds to go first quarter here. Dawson carries the head. Sanderson checks out of the game. Lexi Warner back into the game. McCullough driving on the right side, and a layup for Anna McCullough.
Yeah, just a nice, easy, simple drive there. Just use her speed advantage and just got around the New Prairie defender to get a just easy layup.
Anna McCullough really broke out last year in her sophomore season. Helped Penn to the sectional, where they didn't win a game in the sectional, as that's a travel on New Prairie. They didn't win a game in the sectional, but they had to face Washington first game, and whoever won that game was going to win that sectional. And it just so happened to be Washington by 3 points.
Yeah, unfortunate loss, but gained Sanderson, so that's going to be a pretty helpful piece for Lady Kingsmen to make their run this year.
Yeah, they've got a sectional here at Penn as a layup for Anna McCullough there. They've got the sectional here at Penn this year. We'll be covering that all 3 games. Washington, of course, in that sectional, but they are not as good as the Washington most people in the area know. They have lost a lot of games this year, no longer have Reynolds as the coach. And it almost appears that dynasty may be dead. Here's a steal for the Kingsmen, up ahead, and a layup for Quinn Driscoll.
Oh, a dime.
That was a nice pass by Dawson.
Like a QB.
Yeah, Olivia Dawson was passing to the quarterback.
Actually, James, it was the other way around. Driscoll did like Dawson as a receiver.
Yeah. Another turnover for New Prairie. It's 22-8 with 51 seconds to go in the first quarter. Jillian Sanderson checks back in. Kenzie Usyk will go to the bench.
It appears that New Prairie is going to go back into man defense here, and it seems
Gonna
to
get a
work
steal.
now.
Good recovery, though, by the Kingsmen. Back outside. There's a jumper from just inside the three-point line. That couldn't catch anything. Bounce pass, that goes right to the Kingsman, Lexi Warner. Here's Sanderson up ahead, into the corner for 3. Dawson, it's good.
There's a great find there by Sanderson. Fast break, everyone's a little flustered. Find the wide open person, and great shot there.
And the 3 there from Envy Hesh. 5 seconds to go. Sanderson down to 2 seconds. Gets a screen, pulls up, and missed it. That will end the first quarter, 25-11. Our score at the end of 1. We'll step aside for a moment. When we come back, we'll have the second quarter of play in the girls' basketball game between Penn and New Prairie on the Pennant. Welcome back, Kingsman basketball on the Pennant. Second quarter of play, Penn leading 25-11 here. As New Prairie set to start with the ball.
And it looks like Penn may go into 2-1-2 here.
That would be something new here.
Yes, it's a 2-1-2 trap.
2-1-2. Bounce pass inside. That will be a block and a jump ball. They will give it to Penn. 7:52 to go in this quarter. Sanderson to dribble it across half court. She was held scoreless in the first quarter. Not many quarters where she's gone scoreless. Wrobleski pass down low to Driscoll. That is a jump ball as well. It will be New Prairie's ball now.
I don't think I've seen so many jump balls in one game, James. And we're only in the second quarter.
And there were 3 of them in the boys' game too.
The scoreboard operator is having quite a night here, folks.
A lot of fouls so far as well. New Prairie had 4 in that first quarter. Here's a jumper from just inside the 3-point line, and it's no good. From Ellett. Inside pass, back out for 3, and it's no good. But an offensive rebound, just like the first quarter, and the Kingsmen capitalize. It's Lexi Warner.
And Penn has been kind of hard-pressed to find buckets here in the half court, but when they are able to get an offensive rebound or push it in transition, they're getting buckets at will. And I'm thinking they're probably going to stay, keeping it pushing in transition and crashing the offensive boards.
That one went out of bounds off of New Prairie, so another Cougar turnover. Sanderson going to drive, cut to the right, open 3. Almost banked it in. Nearly an offensive board. It's going to be another jump ball. Penn retains possession. Looks like the boys basketball team has filed into the arena. Couldn't see that on screen, but when we pan back here, when New Prairie gets their next offensive possession, you will see them in the crowd. 6:43 to go. There's a jumper from just inside the free throw line. That is no good, but it's out of bounds off of New Prairie.
New Prairie's 2-3 here seems to be working defensively. That's just these rebounds are hard to come by for them.
Penn looking to run some sort of inbounds play here. They do get it in. It's Warner. Drives, gets fouled. And that will be a shooting foul, it looks like.
Yeah, if you're a New Prairie here, you just gotta, if you're a New Prairie's coach, you just gotta tell your players to get more physical. You can't allow these second chances to keep happening, because that's, like we said, most of their points are coming off these offensive rebounds. But that was a great adjustment by the coach from New Prairie to be able to move into this little bit of a zone. Penn's not as efficient scoring now.
First free throw is good from Warner. They will take Isabella Wrobleski out. They will bring Kenzie Usek back in the lineup. Second free throw is in and out. And a travel against New Prairie. Another turnover.
Yeah. A little bit similar to the boys' game, too, now. We can see some turnovers happening a lot for New Prairie.
Yep. Right inside, McCullough will lay it in.
That was a great find.
Sanderson gets the assist off the inbound, a 19-point lead for the Kingsmen. Good defense by Warner, creates a steal, a fast break, and a missed layup, but an offensive board. And a foul on the ground as Sanderson got the offensive board.
Just a fast break opportunity. Missed the wide open fast break layup, but I guess that's why they say it might be the hardest shot in basketball. It's a little too easy.
Yeah.
And it makes you overthink it a little.
Yeah.
Happens to the best of us sometimes.
It does. Warner to Sanderson. Had it knocked out. That will be New Prairie ball. Six minutes and 12 seconds to go.
It'll be interesting to see if the girls' team are going to go for some flamboyant dunks here. Maybe down the line like the boys' team.
Yeah. Maybe. New Prairie trying to just find some room on defense. From this defense of Penn. That's going to be a foul against the Kingsmen.
Maybe these free throws can help move some momentum for the offensive side for New Prairie, just seeing the ball go in the basket.
First free throw is up and no good.
Or maybe not.
Hawkins Weisner with her second free throw attempt coming here. This one is up, and it is good. 30-12, Penn leads. As Warner gets it in, and here come the Kingsmen. This is Dawson going to the hoop. No good. An offensive rebound by McCullough. Puts it back up, and it's good.
If I had $1 for every time Penn got an offensive rebound here, I'd be right up there with Musk, folks.
That's another travel on New Prairie. Yeah, the offensive glass tonight for Penn has just been dominant.
Yeah, and not to mention there's a lot of turnovers, just like the boys game. New Prairie has done a lot of traveling, lost balls. Just simple mistakes that are really slowing them down.
Hesh checks back in for New Prairie. And now they're having a conversation about whether or not they are able to bring her in just yet. And they're going to wait. So they'll wait to bring Envy Hesh in until the next stoppage or a substitution. Olivia Dawson has it here. Works to her right. Sanderson gave it on. Back across. Sanderson going to drive. Good Euro step and a layup counted and a foul. Jillian Sanderson gets her first points of the night in style.
Great Euro step. Got around the defense, used her speed to her advantage, and just got to the basket. When you're a little bit cold off the start, James, it's just good to see that ball go in the basket.
It is. And the and one is good. 35-12.
Penn going to stay in the full court man press.
That's going to be a 30-second timeout here for New Prairie. We'll step aside for 30 seconds.
Some see a wrestling match. We see a 6-minute lesson in grit. Some see a coach sending a runner home. We see a mentor guiding a student athlete into the future. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Friday nights, big plays, unforgettable moments. From kickoff to the final buzzer, the Pennant brings you every play, every highlight, every story. Our student team delivers live broadcast, game analysis, and behind-the-scenes coverage you won't find anywhere else. And with the Pennant, you'll get more than scores. You'll get the stories that matter to our community. Stay up to date with the Pennant on social media. Catch every game with the Pennant's live sports broadcast and stay connected with the Pennant.
Back here. Just under 5 minutes to go here. 35-12, Penn leads. Inside pass, up off the glass, and in for Chloe Deutscher.
Yeah, she's had a couple good inside post moves to be able to get that layup to go in.
The New Prairie looks lost here on defense. Holy moly.
Good ball movement by the Kingsmen.
McCullough's probably got to be in double digits, maybe more.
Pass too high. It's going to go off the fingertips and out of bounds off Alex Ellett. Lexi Warner checks back in. She was a good story last year, Lexi Warner was. As a freshman, really breaking out quickly. Physical offensive presence for the Kingsmen.
And New Prairie's going to switch into a man here. A little different from the 2-3 they were showing earlier.
Maybe trying to help with the rebounding here as Sanderson gets it to Lexi Warner, drives in, couldn't get the layup to fall. Rebound here by New Prairie. It's one of the first few possessions I've seen Penn not get an offensive board. It's going to be out of bounds, and it will stay with New Prairie.
Yeah, if I was New Prairie, James, I'd just keep feeding it to Deutscher. It seems like it's the most efficient way to score points for New Prairie.
Yeah, that's what it's been so far. Here she is, and that's going to be dribbled off her foot and stolen. Here goes Dawson, and the layup is good. 39-14 in favor of Penn.
Looks like Penn here has switched back into their 2-1-2, I believe.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it. They play the 2-1-2, and then it's almost looking like they're switching to man mid-possession.
Almost.
And now they go back to it. Back to that 2-1-2. Pass for Deutscher, missed her. Out of bounds.
Yeah, it's been a couple times James where they had some passes go off the mark, and just unfortunate here. These simple mistakes, you know, had almost 20 games to get through this kind of little bit of breaks, but now they're moving, and there's great steal.
There's the steal, almost got it stolen back, and Riley Ernsberger is fouled. .3:15 to go, second quarter.
And Penn just so much taller, so much more quick than this New Prairie team. It's just looking really rough for New Prairie.
And a timeout on Penn. 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
Coffee lovers, a coffee cart from American Espresso Catering comes right to you inside your event, school, or office. With American Espresso Catering, your guests will enjoy a hot or iced latte, cappuccino, hot chocolate, or one of many other options. Call American Espresso Catering to get a quote today. 574-299-5282. For more information, visit bookthecoffeecart.com.
The coffee cart this morning is actually saving lives.
And we welcome you back. Kingsman basketball on the Pennant. 39-14, Penn leads. New Prairie looking to get it in here. And that's a 5-second call. When things are going bad, they're going bad.
I just don't really know how this can get any worse, James. I mean, it just seems like every single time they touch the ball's just going back to Penn off simple mistakes.
Sanderson thought about the three, going to drive in. Another Euro step, couldn't get the layup to go. And now New Prairie going to take it the other way. Hawkins-Weisner defended by Sanderson. And then the pass inside for Deutscher was knocked away by McCullough. And now it's picked up by the Kingsmen. Up to Sanderson. Pass inside, layup is good for Usyk.
Yeah. Great fast break play. Sanderson looking, finding the open Lady Kingsman down the court.
Unselfish play there by Sanderson. She could have taken that herself.
Yeah, booster PPG.
And a foul against Jillian Sanderson, trying to defend the bigger Chloe Deutscher. 2 free throws coming here. First one is short.
And the Palace is loud, folks, tonight.
Yeah, a little bit of a better crowd here for this girls' game. The band has shown up. They showed up at about halftime of the first game. And the second one is good. 41-15. Here's Sanderson. Gonna pull up, foot on the line, no good. Offensive board, Usyk goes up and gets it to fall.
Usyk is kind of having a breakout game, probably at least in double digits. Could possibly have the double-double with all these offensive rebounds New Prairie's allowing.
And the JV girls basketball game, Penn beat New Prairie 61-9. Marissa Harjun, 14 points, and Haven Scarrett, 10 points to lead Penn.
That is a margin of victory, I'll say that. 3-point play was converted. It's 44-15. New Prairie here in this one, not down by as much, but starting to get out of hand. Up top for three, it's no good. Penn with the rebound. They've got some numbers here. McCullough was going to try and take it herself and missed, but got it back. Goes up, and this one is good. 46-15.
I mean, the story here, folks, hasn't changed. Transition buckets, offensive rebounds, that's all Penn needs right now.
That was a good pass inside there. New Prairie just couldn't convert. Sanderson almost lost it. Open three is good. Haven Scarrett.
First three of the night here for the Kingsmen.
Yeah, I mean, when you're just getting as easy points as they have in the paint off these rebounds, I mean, we can't even state it enough. I know you're probably tired of hearing this, but, I mean, it's just as simple as that. It's just offensive rebounds leading to points.
49-15 with a minute to go. And a drive in, a bounce pass, goes up, and it's no good with 50 seconds to go. Penn's got the rebound. Sanderson gets out of a trap there, and she's fouled. That puts 5 fouls up onto the board for New Prairie.
And Penn's in bonus now. They're going to be shooting free throws here, folks.
So now 2 free throws coming here for Jillian Sanderson. It's up and good. 50-15. And Driscoll checks back in for Anna McCullough.
And I don't think that Macy Little's being out tonight is having much of an effect here on the Kingsmen. And I think they're really locked down well defensively. It looks like they're showing a 1-2-2 here, keeping it different.
They've been experimenting with a lot of defenses, and it's been this kind of story all night. Another steal leading to more fast break attempts. Couple of misses there, but Penn's going to go back to the line with 30 seconds. They have been able to run whatever defense they want.
Yeah, I mean, they're changing up the looks. I mean, I was a little confused because each look has been working pretty different, but every single time they try something new, it seems like New Prairie's just prepared. Not prepared. They're a little confused on what Penn is doing, and just some arrogant passes. Penn's been able to pick off these passes and then just drive fast break points off turnovers. Saw it in the boys' game as well. Turnovers lead to fast break points. So
free throws are good. It's 53-15 with 30 seconds to go. New Prairie, this could be the final possession of the half for either team if they can protect the ball. 17 seconds to go.
Penn is going back in the man here.
Shepard passed it inside, a block from Usyk. What a half she's having. Now 7 seconds to go. Inside, Usyk. Reverse layup, no good with 3 seconds to go. Out of bounds, foul on Penn.
And New Prairie got themselves a defensive board there. One of the first ones of the night.
Yeah, they've been getting a few more in this quarter, but not many. 1 second to go, not even going to get a shot off. That will end the half, 53-15. Penn dominant in the first half. We'll step aside. It's halftime here. Second half coming up next.
As part of Indiana State curriculum, all students in the English 12 course must partake in the narrative unit where they explore all different forms of storytelling in this type of literature. Over the years, different teachers have had their own different ways of putting the unit's content together in a summative. This year, in her first year with seniors, English teacher Lindsay Sword asked her students to create their own board game based on a story they create.
So this was their narrative unit, and so instead of having them like write a story or things like that, I'm trying to figure out like what are different ways that we tell stories to each other. And one of the ways that my family, we always told stories to each other is we play board games.
This was a majorly creative process, with some students going above and beyond to produce the best quality games. Hayden Brocky is one senior who put in a lot of extra effort with paper mache to make her own version of the game Clue.
My game is Mystery and Wisteria. It is basically a murder mystery game. It's a fantasy version of the game Clue, but of course all the destinations are different. All of the characters have their own names, different powers that they can use, and all different weapons, and everything is different from the game.
Also in Brocky's class are seniors Ryan Schaefer and Bradick Dietrich, who made a game their classmates really seemed to enjoy.
You roll a dice and you move up, but as you roll, each time, if you get like a 7, you get 7 points. And by the time you reach the end of the game, you have to have 100 points. This, if you get doubles, you spin this, and it multiplies your points.
This project was a unique one, but it put a fun spin on some required coursework. Stay tuned to Pennant to hear more about some of the coolest classes in the school. This was CJ Vantine for Pennant.
The PHM Athletics Fieldhouse is on the brink of being open for students and athletic teams to use, so here is how you are going to get to it. After school, if you need to get to the Fieldhouse and do not have a ride, here's the route to follow when walking. When it comes to before school, maybe for speed training or other sports teams, there will be a bus to take you to Penn after the workout session is over. During school, students are not allowed to drive their own car or walk. Down the sidewalk of main parking lot, go through behind the ESC building, in between the tennis courts and soccer field, and finally take the 2 crosswalks to the final stretch of the track.
Wait. Wait. Wait.
There will be a bus provided that is required to ride for any event that needs the Fieldhouse facility. So for example, Advanced Team Sports will have a bus that all students will ride. Make sure you're following these safety instructions at all times so you don't end up getting hurt. Reporting for PNN, I'm Noah Teeple.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome into our weekly conversation with the Commissioner. It's the Commissioner's Corner with Paul Neidig. I'm Brendan King. Paul, busy time of year, including this weekend with the girls wrestling state finals coming up at the Coliseum over at the fairgrounds, January 16th. And Paul, what can you say about girls wrestling and how that sport continues to emerge and grow?
Well, first of all, the growth is we knew once we developed a platform within our system for new sports to come on board and grow and give student athletes additional opportunities, that girls wrestling would quickly rise to the front. And when we did this several years ago, it took just 2 short years for girls wrestling to go from emerging, they weren't even in our system, to a fully recognized state championship sport. And we just have continued to see growth in girls sports and our girls wrestling, and we're excited about that. And I think we're right around the corner And maybe this coming Friday, we'll see another girl that went to state championship that will move on to great things on the Olympic level, like other girls in the state of Indiana have done. And so we're really excited about that platform, that opportunity for these girls to show what they love, and that's wrestling.
You and I have talked a lot about emerging sports, whether that's, girls flag football, girls lacrosse, wrestling, as you said, with that quick path. The process of emerging sports and building them and growing them for your team, what can you say about the significance of that and the process of it to get to this point, like you said?
Well, I think it's important. We're all about opportunity for students. And, we want to provide as many opportunities as we can. And that we had our rules, the way they were originally written, probably was not going to be an opportunity for another sport to come on. And so 4 years ago now, we took on that task to look at those rules and we made some adjustments, and we've seen now additional opportunities. So that 160,000 student athletes that we serve on an annual basis is going to grow because of additional opportunities. And that's something that we're very excited about.
Girls basketball pairing show coming up in about a week and a half. Hard to believe. And then the boys will follow shortly after for basketball. So, hey, it's a great time of year. It's a busy time of year for you guys. Swimming and diving is going to be coming up in less than a month. I feel like February is a big underrated month for you guys that's packed with just tons of power.
Yeah, February just it really. Obviously, this coming Friday, the girls wrestling kicks off our tournament season for the winter. But February, certainly every weekend, we've got something going on. And, it's an opportunity to follow your school. You can go to ihsaa.org and get all of our tournament information and see where your team is playing and get out and watch those student athletes, because it's still pure. It's still homegrown. It's still kids that are going to go back and contribute to their communities, participating in high school sports. And I would just encourage people to get out there and watch these students. They've been practicing their skill all fall and all winter, and now it's time for them to put it on the line for a potential berth in the state championship venue.
Last thing, we were talking last week about your time at the Rose Bowl and getting to watch Indiana and meeting with your colleagues across the country. Well, since that point, Indiana has punched their ticket in the national championship game, Indiana football. And, I know that you guys partner with the Colts and you guys partner with all kinds of professional organizations around the state. But, when, Indiana University is in the national championship for football, and I know a lot of folks down in Bloomington, what does that mean for you as a guy that grew up in this state as well?
Well, it's certainly the spotlight on what we know is a wonderful state. Our collegiates, all of our colleges, we're rich in colleges here in the state of Indiana. And, but this time we stepped that aside and we're going to root for one. And, it's these Hoosiers have really caught Indiana by storm and, really a national audience. And we're excited about that. And I know Scott Dolson and Coach Zanetti has worked hard to bring Indiana football and Indiana University to the forefront. And I'm excited for both of those individuals. And again, the student athletes that get to participate at Indiana University. And I'm going to be tuning in next Monday night, rooting on those Hoosiers.
Paul Neidig, he's the commissioner of the IHSAA. It's the Commissioner's Corner. Paul, always appreciate the time. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, Brendan. Hey, thank you for doing what you do for the student athletes in this great state.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
Big plays, unforgettable moments. From kickoff to the final buzzer, the
ready to get set for the second half of play in this one. 53-15 our score here coming out of halftime. Penn and New Prairie. Penn leads, 16 minutes left in this one, unless New Prairie makes some miracle to send this one to overtime. Which they'll have to make a lot of improvements.
Yeah, that's pretty unlikely, James.
You never know. Basketball's a funny sport.
Yep. And it's got to minimize the turnovers, just simple mistakes. They get that together, they can put up a pretty good fight.
Indeed.
I think that there would be witchcraft accusations if they made a comeback here, folks.
Hey,
and
you never
they
know.
turned the ball over already.
That's not how they want to start it. Sanderson put up a little jumper. It's no good, but guess what? It's an offensive board, and it leads to 3 points for Dawson.
If they continue to capitalize on inside-out three-point opportunities off of offensive rebound, folks, it could get looking real ugly here for New Prairie.
It already is looking a little bit ugly so far. You definitely didn't want to start with a turnover into a three-point offensive rebound.
56-15. That one's blocked, and an offensive reload here. It's an open three, and it's no good. Sanderson's got the rebound. Slows up across half court, now just taking it right to the hoop and laying it in.
She used a bit of her speed to build up there and then just took the contact. Got a nice layup, and now defensive pressure again. Even with the score, Penn still putting up some good defensive pressure.
And by rule in Indiana, they've got a wide enough lead that this is a running clock here. So 6.5 minutes to go. There's an air ball, but goes right here to New Prairie. They will lay it in with Deutscher.
Looks like New Prairie's going back to their 2-3 here, folks.
Sanderson to the hoop, but couldn't get that one to fall. New Prairie having some trouble getting this one across, and they're going to have to burn a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. We're back after the quick timeout. 6 minutes, 7 seconds to go here in this third quarter. And we're back underway here. New Prairie. 6 minutes to go. They are in a bit of trouble. Sanderson defends the ball. Here's a double team. Good pass to keep it alive. Now a floater off the glass, no good, but it is rebounded on the offensive glass for New Prairie, and then a foul against the Cougars.
Yeah, a couple bodies hit the floor there. I was waiting for a call there. I just saw bodies flying.
Clock continues to run. 5 minutes, 22 seconds. Sanderson, they move it along the outside. McCullough to Sanderson. Now Lexi Warner goes down to the court, and she was looking to move inside. Now 5 minutes to go. New Prairie the other way. McCullough tried to take a charge. No call. 3 ball. No good. Yushik on the rebound there. Up ahead, Warner in a double team. Fights through it and gets it to fall. 60-17. 4.5 to go, third quarter. Hawkins Weisner passed it on. Driving, going up, it's good.
That was a pretty nice drive there. Just use the glasses at an advantage to try to get that one in.
Warner inside, Usyk passes it. McCullough, it's no good.
And I mean, New Prairie here getting more defensive rebounds here in the second half. It looks like maybe they got it figured out.
Hey, we saw a few of these in the first half. Ian, another jump ball. Just an unfortunate spot to be in if you're New Prairie. You know, Deutscher's got it. She's being double teamed. Not much you can do. You're almost lucky that you didn't completely turn it over for an easy layup.
No, I'm not criticizing the refs here, but they're letting some physical play go on.
Yeah, they are.
And I can appreciate that sometimes. I don't need everything to be called.
Play. You get in conference play, you got to play physically. It's good to make the conference schedule a grind. 3 ball, no good from McCullough. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And Penn here going to man-to-man defense.
Good switch there off the screen from Deutscher. A 3 from the corner, hit both sides of the rim and won't go. Here's a pass ahead. And a layup. Quinn Driscoll with a nice fake. Sanderson gets the assist.
Yeah, Sanderson is doing a good job of looking up court. After they get these rebounds, ball goes to her. It's who's up there, who's under the paint ready to score, and that's what New Prairie needs to do. They need to watch behind their bag so no one gets behind the defense and gets these easy layups.
That one won't go from Hesh, and now Sanderson dribbles it across half court. Hesh defends, McCullough working into the offense now. Lexi Werner waiting into the lane for McCullough, and she spins it in.
Yeah,
64 to 19.
Great cut there by McCullough.
The inside game here is just coming too easy for Penn. It's just bucket after bucket on the inside, off cuts, off of drop steps. Everything on the inside is falling for them tonight.
Sanderson, foul called there. Sanderson and McCullough will check out of the game.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them sit for the majority of the rest of the time.
Yeah, and another jump ball. We should have a count. That's got to be number 6, or that's got to be 5 or 6 right there.
Yeah, maybe 6 or 7.
Okay. All right. Minute 40 to go here. That's a tough one from Deutscher. No good.
Oh.
And steal, maybe foul on Penn.
Yeah, just ripped it right out of her hands. Good defensive play by New Prairie.
See Penn stay in man here. Keep the pressure up, pick them up at about half court.
Last minute of play here in the third quarter. 64 to 19. There's a 3, and it's good. New Prairie over the 20-point threshold here. 3 from Brooklyn Shepard there.
Cut the lead down to 42.
Yeah.
With a big 3.
33 seconds to go here. Pass inside. It's loose. And an offensive foul just before Annika Genzik could try and put up a layup. Could be the final possession of this third quarter.
See if New Prairie can get a buzzer beater real quick.
Would be good for their morale. Pass inside, foul against the Kingsmen. That will put an end to this quarter. 64 to 22, our score at the end of 3. When we come back, we'll have the final quarter of play from the Palace. Kingsmen basketball and the Pennant. We'll be right back.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Some see a volleyball match. We see a student athlete learning how to be poised under pressure. Some see a high school football stadium. We see the one place where the whole community comes together. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
And we're back. Kingsman basketball on the Pennant. Start of the fourth quarter. Penn Lady Kingsman up 64-22.
We're going to see New Prairie show a man here. This is something that they've done all night.
Yeah. Here's a screen from Driscoll. Dawson gives it on to Robleski. Uses that screen, pulls up from the free throw line. No good, but an offensive rebound from Driscoll. And she's got a jump ball.
I feel like it's every 30 seconds.
New Prairie trailing by 42. Across half court. New Prairie just trying to find an opening here against this stifling defense from the Kingsmen. Reminder, tomorrow, the NIC Championships in wrestling. We'll have that for you live starting around noon to 1. That's when they're scheduled to start. That's subject to change with a lot of preliminaries before. Should be fun.
Nice drive there.
Nice drive from Dawson. She gets fouled going to the hoop.
Yeah, if you're New Prairie here, you just hope the clock runs out faster. Just want to try to move on to the next game.
Kingsley Brandy checks in and Haven Scarrett into the game for Penn. Driscoll dribbling around. And that one's out of bounds off of New Prairie. And a full timeout coming here for Penn. We'll step aside for a minute. We'll be right back.
Friday nights, big plays, unforgettable moments. From kickoff to the final buzzer, the Pennant brings you every play, every highlight, every story. Our student team delivers live broadcast, game analysis, and behind-the-scenes coverage you won't find anywhere else. And with the Pennant, you'll get more than scores. You'll get the stories that matter to our community. Stay up to date with the Pennant on social media. Catch every game with the Pennant's live sports broadcast and stay connected with the Pennant on social media for highlights, stories.
And welcome back. Kingsman basketball on the Pennant. 6 minutes, 7 seconds, fourth quarter. 64-24, Penn dominant tonight. That's pretty much the whole story. Just about any facet you could ask for, Penn has been dominant. Penn gets it in. We're back underway. Driscoll driving to the hoop. Couldn't get the lay-in. That's going to be a foul, though.
And I mean, everything that could possibly go wrong here has gone wrong for New Prairie. Just not a great performance. I'm sure they're ready to get out of here and move on to the next.
Yeah, it's been that kind of season for the Cougars. But a cool night overall. You know, get a doubleheader, guys and girls, of course.
Oh yeah, great night here in the Palace.
Bands here. It's Indiana High School basketball. You know, it's what a lot of people will call the best state for high school basketball.
Only if we had the shot clock.
Yeah, there are talks. There are talks. Second free throw is good. Well, I think the only issue with getting a shot clock is just does every school have enough personnel to run one? That's the only thing. Which to me, if every school has enough personnel to run a game clock in football, I don't see the issue with finding a play clock or shot clock operator.
And a shot clock is pretty easily automated as well. I mean,
yeah.
It is 2026.
Yeah.
It is the big 2-6.
And Penn is up by 46. No, I can't do math. 42. Thought I had a nice alliteration there, but darn numbers. 5:10 to go here. Penn just moving it around here, killing some clock and finding a nice cut to the basket. Layup for Isabella Robleski. Under 5 minutes to go in this one.
Earlier on the boys game, I talked about the magic numbers of how much you can increase your lead by, 7, 14, 20, 28. Yeah. And I think that we would be counting for a long time if we went all the way on this game.
Yeah, it seems that way. That's out of bounds. It'll stay with New Prairie. 4.5 minutes to go. Kaya Ukabazayaba into the game. 3 is good for New Prairie. Brooklyn Shepard, her second of the night. 68-27.
Maybe one of the silver linings of this game for New Prairie is they've been pretty all right from the three-point line, all things considered.
That is true. Here's a drive, a stop, and a miscommunication there. That's going to be out of bounds or over and back. It's just going to be out of bounds as Penn never touched it. Chloe Deutscher checks back in.
One of the bright spots, at least for New Prairie offensively, got most of their points.
Yeah. Deutscher does have, it's been the inside presence today. And a foul against Penn. 3:31 to go. The only time the clock stops is for free throws. If you're not already subscribed to the Pennant, go ahead and do so. Would be nice. You can get notifications every time we go live. You can watch videos of interviews with Kingsman athletes. We'll be live in the spring as well for baseball, softball season. Track season, maybe.
How do you even call track?
We've done it before.
Oh.
Last year was our first time we did a unified track event. It was pretty fun. You ever see a horse race?
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it is. It's just with people with some pretty cool stories.
I got to join that one, James.
We'll see.
I got to add it to my repertoire.
That's right. Robleski couldn't get the layup to fall there. Penn up by 40 here. Just over 3 minutes remaining. And that one.
Really questionable attempt there.
A lot of contact there. Up ahead. We had a girl open going to the hoop. It was Haven Scarab, but they couldn't get it to her. Wide open in the corner for 3. And good. Isabella Robleski. And above the 70-point mark. 2.5 minutes to go. New Prairie just trying to get someone open. That was a slightly open shot, but he missed. But it was missed, and layup is good. Chloe Deutscher there.
New Prairie giving Penn a little taste of their own medicine with that offensive rebound. I like it.
We were talking about spring sports. You can see some double headers in baseball. We'll be going live for a couple of those. Absolutely. There was a pretty memorable one last year, as there's a Layup there from Isabella Robleski, and a timeout from New Prairie for a substitution timeout. Yeah, this one's certainly not, this doubleheader today certainly not as time-consuming as the one last year in baseball, Penn and St. Joe.
Yeah, you had to be there for a pretty long time.
6.5 hours.
Ooh.
That was 2 games that both nearly went to extra innings. The first one did. Penn won the NIC championship. That was a fun night, a late night. I think we got out of there about 11:45, but certainly a fun one.
Hopefully we don't get any of those this year. If I'm going to join this, I don't plan on spending 7 hours. But actually, if it's good baseball, it's worth it.
It was good baseball. Penn won the NIC championship that night.
I'm always good for some competitive sports, no matter what sport it is.
Yeah, Penn, they took the lead in game 1 on an error, and then got a couple of strikeouts, won the NIC championship, then walked them off in game 2. Foul again against the Kingsmen after 2 missed free throws there from New Prairie. Hey, I don't know if they're still here, but there were a couple baseball players in the building leaving winter practice.
Yeah.
Free throws no good.
Yeah, one of my friends, Noah Preston, in my chemistry class, says baseball team's looking pretty good this season.
As they always are. That's one of the best programs in the state.
Run by Coach Dykes.
It's going to be weird. He's not in the building anymore.
Yeah.
Drive to the hoop, bounce pass. Minute 15 to go. Pass out, just killing clock here. And an offensive foul. Clock will run down to 50 seconds. Maybe just one more possession, and then we can put a bow on the blowout victory here for the Kingsmen. Layup is no good. And it's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with New Prairie. Got 23 seconds to go. It was a wonderful night of basketball here at the Palace. So glad you could join us tonight. Our amazing crew here tonight. And then, of course, Ian Mays, Simon Berry. I'm James Mason. Another out of bounds there. Don't got any live stats today, but those will be posted to the Pennant Facebook, Twitter, Instagram as the final horn sounds. 73-31, Penn wins it. They sweep the doubleheader here on the boys and girls side. So glad you could join us tonight on the Pennant. We'll see you tomorrow morning, afternoon, wherever it may fall, with the wrestling NIC championships tomorrow. Hope you can join us. For Simon Berry, Ian Mays, I'm James Mason, our director, Cohen Schiff. So glad you could join us. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice night.
Friday nights, big plays, unforgettable moments. From kickoff to the final buzzer, the Pennant brings you every play, every highlight, every story. Our student team delivers live broadcast, game analysis, and behind-the-scenes coverage you won't find anywhere else. And with the Pennant, you'll get more than scores. You'll get the stories that matter to our community. Stay up to date with the Pennant on social media. Catch every game with the Pennant's live sports broadcast and stay connected with the Pennant on social media for highlights,